Poor guard doesn't even know what'll hit him. What's that? 100% to hit? What is this madness? This magic? I got this. I'm ready for it. Hello one and all, Mickey here and welcome to Invisible Ink. I have been meaning to play this game on my channel for a very long time. For those of you that don't know what it is, think XCOM but with spies and with a lot less RNG. There are no actions in this game that will succeed or fail based on a dice roll, which I absolutely love. If you can do an action, it will succeed. If you can't, then you simply won't be allowed to do it. I won't go into any more detail. Instead, for this first episode, episode 0, I will go through the tutorial. For you guys that have played the game, feel free to skip the episode and I will meet you at the beginning of the Ironman Impossible Run Expert Plus of this game. It is going to be tough, guys. It is going to be tough. I think my odds of winning are about 40%. Obviously, it depends on the randomly generated map layout, as well as what additional agents we can pick up and the loot that we can find. So enough talk, let's get started. Play game, start new game, and yes, we will run through the tutorial.
Neural uplink initialized.
Operator, we have a delicate situation here. Decker found himself some trouble on his day off. Something involving a whiskey bar and his big loud mouth. He's usually better at covering up after such indiscretions, but this time FTM security got the drop on him. They noticed his non-market augments, and now they're curious about where he got them. I'd like to leave him to sweat it out for a while, but we can't have this coming back on us. We're going to break him out. Incognito has activated his fail-safe neural uplink. I'm patching you through now. There he is. Wake him up.
Come on then, Decker. You're drunk.
Decker was captured. Again. Let's make sure he can walk.
Yep, walk.
Let him catch his breath. But don't dally. They'll notice our intrusion soon.
Walked.
Get to the door.
Yeah, at the door. Gladstone. What next? Peek the door. Now what? And turn. Gladstone.
We don't have visibility on the hallway. You'll have to manually check for hostiles.
I did. There you go.
It's unlocked. Get him out and be careful not to alert the guard.
Oh, now it's unlocked. So yes, you play this like you would XCOM, but instead of 2 actions, you get AP. So you can perform as many actions as you'd like, as long as you have the AP to do so. There are some actions that you can only perform 1 of, like most characters can only perform 1 attack per turn, and all of your agents have the ability to peek, which we've already done. Opening and closing doors don't cost actions, as you can see, and peeking through an open door reveals a lot more of the room. Let's go to the safe first.
Decker's tools
Get
should
over
be
there.
in that safe. He'll need his neural disruptor to take...
Done.
Good. Now approach the guard from behind and neutralize him.
Poor guard doesn't even know what'll hit him. What's that? 100% to hit? What is this madness? This magic? So knockout and pinning. This guard will be knocked out for 3 turns.
Proceed to the next door.
Not exactly. So when we play on Expert, or specifically Expert Plus, when you knock out a guard, it will actually knock them out for only 2 turns, at least with the default neural disruptor here, of which it has a cooldown. This has a cooldown of 3 turns. And I'll also loot you. Loot! Let's get to the next door. And end the turn. Peek. Go through, close the door behind you, always.
If they catch us, we'll lose uplink again.
Very well put, Gladstone. I already know now to mistakenly call you GLaDOS. Peek.
We're going to need power in order to hack their system. Jack that console for a quick boost.
So these consoles here give power, but don't confuse this kind of hacking with the next kind of hacking we're going to do in a few seconds. Simply get any agent next to the console and activate it, and you get power.
Good. That'll help us bypass
as you
any
can see up in the
security
top left.
devices we encounter.
Open door peek. Yeah, I know about that, but well illustrated. So now we've got Incognito here, and we can see the world in more of a kind of electrical format. In fact, if you hold down Alt, you can see without any of the fluff graphics, which is a good thing, seeing as you can't rotate the camera less than 90 degrees, which right now I can't even rotate it at all. I guess I'm not at that point of the tutorial yet. Let's go through the door. Oh yeah, end the turn. That guard should be awake now. Let's get moving. Peek, and we have a camera. Stand over to one side, open the door, then peek. There it is. Incognito. Use Incognito to access the corporate mainframe and disable their security devices.
If that
This is
camera
what
locks
power
on,
is for.
It'll alert the whole building. We need Incognito to hack it.
So spacebar, and in the electrical hacking mode, yeah, thank you tutorial, we can use Incognita's Lockpick 1.0. It costs 2 power and hacks through 1 level of firewall. This camera has 1 level of firewall, we have 2 power, hack, done, 100%, doesn't fail.
Camera compromised. Its eyes are ours now. Let's keep moving.
So now we have vision of this room. Let's get through, close the door behind us. End the turn. Move up.
Caution is our friend, operator. Get into position beside that door and scout the next room.
What have you got for me? Hello? Distracting guards. So,
That guard doesn't look like he's moving. Let's give him a reason to, shall we?
the vision cone of guards, obviously in the red, means that they will spot you without a shadow of a doubt, and from that point they will become alerted. The same as knocking a guard out, even if they didn't see you knock them out, when they wake up again they will permanently be alerted, which means they will ignore their patrol routes, they'll just scour the level looking for you. Going on the yellow though counts as spotted, but the guard won't be sure of exactly what they saw. So open the door.
You see that?
Alright, he's coming. Make sure Decker is ready for him.
And that acts as something that the guard needs to investigate, as would stepping into the partial red lines, where you can see the yellow box. Yes, I know, go into Overwatch. So this is Overwatch with melee attacks. Remember, 100% to hit. End the turn, he'll go to investigate, and we will knock his sorry arse out. Boop.
Nice work. We're almost there. Keep out of sight and we should be able to get out of there.
Take your money. Close the door. So yeah, about knocking out and pinning, as you can see this guy is going to be knocked out for 3 turns. On Expert Plus it'll be 2. If we stood over him and pinned him, then his knockout timer won't go down. Likewise, if we pick up a guard and carry them, again their knockout timer won't go down. So what you can actually do is pick up a guard, carry them, and then stand over another guard, pinning them, so you can permanently hold down 2 guards and they won't be able to get up. Or, you know, you could use your Neurodisruptor or any other kind of stun and knock them out again, although the knockout time isn't cumulative, it just resets the timer based on whatever attack you just did to them, assuming it's greater than what they have left. So if you knock somebody out with, say, a dart gun that has a knockout of 5 turns, it goes down to 4 the next turn, then you punch with this, and has a knockout of 2 turns, then it will stay at 4 turns. So it'll only increase if the weapon you're using gives a knockout timer higher than what they currently have. Anyway, close the door, cover our tracks, moving on, and peek. There is something here, although on Expert and on Expert Plus we won't be able to see vision indicators unless we can actually see the target. End the turn. Open the door. Peek. Who is it that we see? No one yet. Let's get some more power.
Incognita has detected danger around the next corner.
Close the door. Move over. Peek. Yes, thank you. Down here, peek.
We should have enough
And
power
another camera.
for Incognita to
Hack.
bypass that hardware. Alright, let's keep moving. The teleporter is just up ahead. Get to it and we'll use it to return to the jet.
And next room. Guard? Okay, so this is telling you about how the cover system works. We could knock him out, but we're not going to do that. In fact, we can't knock him out. He's got an armor rating of 1, and we have no armor piercing, so this won't actually knock him out, and you won't even be allowed to use it on him. But as you can see, these are marked as yellow, which means you can actually pass through them without the guard spotting you. So red means he'll detect you immediately, lined red means he'll go to investigate that area, and yellow means he can just pass straight through without care in the world. Although something to note about being detected immediately. The guard won't shoot a spotted target immediately though. He'll hold you up, and then the following turn he will shoot you, which gives the player 1 turn to deal with the guard that currently spots one of your agents. Say for example, have another agent knock that guard out. Or if you can, say you're standing right here on this red tile, you can move into this yellow tile, and as long as the location you're moving to he doesn't have vision on, you can get away. But say for example, I moved
That guard is wearing
right
armor.
here.
Be careful, the disruptor won't work.
I know, Gladstone.
We'll
If
have
I
to
moved
use his
here,
blind spots to slip by.
and he spotted me, and then I moved diagonally across over to here, he will just track my movement, and the moment I land this tile, he'll shoot me and knock me out cold. And yes, although they use bullets, they won't kill you. You'll just be knocked out. And you'll either have to be carried to the exit, have somebody use a stim pack on you, or get left behind. Or get a squad wipe, that too. End the turn. He's not moving. Let's head through. Close the door. And be very sneaky. Are you even paying attention? Guard, do you even guard? And I'm out. Easy peasy. Thankfully he's not moving. But all guards, when you have vision on them, will have this indicator, meaning you can use up 1 of your AP when you click on the eye. and it will show you what move they're going to make the following turn. As this is the tutorial, we don't have that for this guard. So let's get a better look at this room. Okay, so this is cover all the way down here, as you can see. All of this is cover, which means actually we can't actually step out, so you know, that's fine. End the turn. He's going to move back. That guard over here is looking for us. Close the door behind us, and we will wait right here. End the turn.
Investigating the area.
Yep, he's on alert. And he will be for the rest of the mission. And then this guy. So the last thing I'll point out that the tutorial doesn't teach you, which I'm really surprised, is Sprint. Sprint gives you about 50% more AP, but you can only activate it or deactivate it at the beginning of your turn. So bear that in mind. Before you make any actions, consider, do I need to sprint? Because sometimes you have to, or it'll cost your agent their lives. And of course, once you start sprinting,
I heard something.
you make noise, they're going to go to the location where they heard you. But also this guy can't get to me. Well, anyway, let's just leave. To the one and only exit on the level. Besides this tutorial level, all the levels are randomly generated. They have 2 security transporters where the enemy guards will come to reinforce, and they'll have 1 exit transporter where your agents have to get to leave the level. And no, you don't start at the location. As it's randomly generated, it could be the next room over where you start, or all the way on the other side of the map from where you start. Anyway, enough talk, let's end the level. So, 2 guards were alerted to me. I knocked both of them out, so when they woke up, they were alerted. 1 guard noticed something. He detected something. The last guard didn't hear or see a thing. And we hacked all 3 of the objects, 2 cameras, 1 safe, and we got a little bit of money from it. So let's move on. And this is where we can start the game proper. So, of course, Expert Plus, the highest difficulty, and we will be doing Ironman mode. So, by default, even on Expert Plus, you get rewinds. Basically, you can undo a turn whenever you feel like it, but on Expert and Expert Plus, you can only do it once. Experience, you get 3 rewinds. Beginner, you get 5 rewinds. Or Custom, you can choose as many as you like. But we will be doing Expert Plus and Ironman, no rewinds. Level retries, none as well. And a long list of other settings that you can do to create a custom game, which I really like this. I wish XCOM had something like this, although I suppose XCOM EU has second wave options and XCOM 2 has mods, I guess. But anyway, Expert Plus, Ironman mode, let's get started.
Get to the main server, collect the data, and get out. No detours.
Copy that, Central.
Proceeding to target.
Insertion was clean. Alarm level holding steady. We need to get to the 3rd floor. We can make our way to the server room from there.
Any chatter on the comms?
Negative. It's silent on all frequencies.
They should have detected us by now.
Receiving priority wireless transmission.
They're onto you. Get out. Get out of there!
HQ compromised. We're going to need an extraction. I've got Incognita. Deckard and International are on their way.
Get to the roof. I'll cover you. Go!
Deckard, how long till extraction?
30 seconds.
Get us out of here. We've got work to do.
So this is our character select screen. I have everybody unlocked. In fact, I think I have everything unlocked, including everyone's variants. But honestly, I think I'm going to be going with vanilla here. Deca vanilla and International vanilla for two reasons. Number one, International is amazing with her wireless emitter. Those power consoles that Deca was hacking manually by actually moving up to it and physically making contact, International can hack them as long as she's like within 6 tiles. So she can hack them through walls as well. Not to mention, within that range of influence, she will see any electrical objects like safes, cameras, any guards that have shielding on them. So it is incredibly strong. And why bring Deca? Because he's one of the few or possibly only characters that starts with a cloaking device that allows you to be very, very aggressive in a game where a single error could lead to an entire squad wipe, which means game over. As for our programs that Incognito are going to be starting with, I was very tempted to go with vanilla here, but I think I'm going to try out Dynamo. So vanilla is gain 1 power per turn. Dynamo is gain 2 power per turn, but only once the alarm level has reached level 2. So you gain no power until the alarm's at level 2. Why I'm going to go with that is because usually when you're in trouble, it's at the later stages of the alarm level. And early on in the mission, in the early stages of the alarm, you're typically going to be using the power consoles that International is going to be hacking. So that's going to be your source of power. As for what our hacking program will be, I think I'm going to go with the bog standard lockpick 1.0. I was tempted to go with the parasite. Spend 1 power to lay a parasite. You can only lay 1 parasite per turn. And every turn, it takes away 1 firewall level of whatever device it's been installed onto. And it costs you 1 power per parasite you have per turn. So it's much more efficient than the lockpick, but unfortunately a lot slower, so I think I will be sticking with the lockpick. Both of you guys start out with a standard neural disruptor, knocks out guards for 2 turns, has a cooldown of 3 turns. Deca's got speed level 2, International, who at this point I will be calling INT for short, has got hacking level 2. We'll be upgrading these shortly, but I think it's about time we got started. It's 2074 and the corporations rule the world with brutal efficiency. They hit you hard and now you're on the run. You need to strike back, but you'll never win by force. Keep your agents alive with stealth and cunning, raid the core's facilities for tools and support, and prepare your team for the final showdown. The odds are stacked against you, you will fail repeatedly, but each time you will learn more about your adversaries, and every restart generates a new world of dangers and opportunities. You have a tough job ahead of you, operator. Don't let us down. I'm ready! Day 1.
Operator, are you there? Good. I was afraid you didn't make it out. Headquarters is gone. Most of our agents have been captured or killed, and our accounts all frozen. I don't know how the corporations found us, but you can bet they won't give up now that they've had a taste of blood. The Jet's stealth rig should keep us hidden if we keep moving, but Incognita can't survive long on backup power. She's got 72 hours, tops. We need to mount a counterattack before then, or we'll be defenseless against their scans. If that happens, we may as well just crash this thing into the ocean. You've never seen the inside of a corporate deprogramming chamber. I won't see the inside of another. Incognita is scanning for targets of opportunity where we can replenish our supplies. Follow her leads and gather what resources you can. I'll run through our contacts and see what favors I can call in. We're going to need all of the advantages we can find in the coming days.
Agency loadout updated. Well, I just selected this. Okay, continue. And here we are. We have 72 hours of power remaining for Incognita. After that, the corpse will find us. The only thing that takes up time besides waiting is travelling. As you can see, moving to here will cost us 11 hours. In a typical vanilla 72-hour run, you will get about 8 missions in before the campaign is over, one way or another. So, plastic executive terminals. As you can see, the regions of the world are coloured differently. There are 4 corporations. Each have their strengths and weaknesses. One is very militaristic, and they'll be heavily armoured, but without very good surveillance. The other will be complete opposite, having a lot of cameras, and in fact even having audio sensors that'll increase the alarm if they hear you running. But I guess I'm getting ahead of myself. We're going to go to plastic, and the mission will be executive terminals. This mission type unlocks more missions on the map. So if you feel that you're running low, then do a mission like this. The strength, the shield, is level 1. Let's head over there.
Executives are notoriously slack when it comes to network security, and their terminals are full of interesting information. We found a lightly guarded executive complex here. Get in, find the computer, and steal their contact list. Then we'll have our pick of future targets.
So Plastic Cybermedical. Oh, I know these guys. Using cybernetic augmentation, they have modified their troops to meld with the mainframe. These guys are a real bugger. They have guards that when you knock them out, it creates demon defenses on objects that you can hack. What demons are? I am really getting ahead of myself. Let's infiltrate.
E-log acquired. Ready for transport.
Bad news, operator. They caught us completely by surprise, so we have no firepower with us. The guards' weapons are gene-coded to their owner and useless to us. We're going to have to make do with what we can find along the way. We've beamed you through the security grid. You should be somewhere near the target, but you'll need to look for it. Get the list and find a transport pad to escape. But be quick about it. They noticed a disturbance when we ported in, and their alarm level is already rising.
Mission objectives: primary objective, locate the executive terminals, get out alive. Secondary objectives, find and steal corporate credits. That will be next time, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and let anybody else know who'd enjoy it as well. And I will see you guys back here for our first proper mission in Invisible Inc. Expert Plus Iron Man. Bye bye. We are so dead. Hunkering, or have used steady weapon. It doesn't say anything about him using up his actions. I could have sworn it did. If nothing else, I could have sworn it used up like half an action, but it doesn't. I mean, my god, if that's the case, then that Cyberdisc may be dead. Maybe. You know what they say about gift horses? Please, Van Dorn, please.